Some trainers are absolutely brilliant at program design. Other trainers are, a novice to it. Some trainers are even scared of it.
Yep.
So people have different levels of efficacy, proficiency in program design, as with anything. But what's the bottom line of what makes a good program and a ineffective program an ineffective program?
I think the bottom line is the client. And I think that's one of the areas that, as an industry, we really got to focus on is what makes the client successful is going to make a program good. If you follow the principles of progression, you don't give your client too much, far above what they can handle. If you pay attention to your client, if you understand who your client is, where they're coming from, what their abilities are, what their needs are, and what they want to do, and where their goal is going to take them, then it's about building success for them. So it's not a matter of, did you put these exercises in it? Did you do this type of machinery? Did you do this equipment? It is, did you listen to your client? Did you find out who they are? And did you progress them in a manner that created success upon success upon success? So for an example, did you start your client out on a single leg cable chest press exercise when if you would have started them on something much simpler and less complex, they would have immediately gained success, and then you could progress them into something that was a little bit more complex, so you could build 4 or 5 successes within one workout, within 1 week, versus starting someone on something that's too complicated. It created confusion, it made them feel uncoordinated, made them feel dumb, and now we've got a trainer who isn't connecting with their client. So to me, the success comes from your success with your client. Did you hear what your client says? Did you listen to what their body was telling you? And are you paying attention to your client?
So you might have a brilliant program pre-designed and everything written out and it can be extensive, but when you show up that day, what your client says, and how well you listen, how well you adapt, might necessitate going completely off plan.
Exactly, Bobby. And I think that's the art, and that's, you and I have talked many times, and that's one thing that we have to get to is program design and building a program is not something that you're going to learn day one. And if we can get to the point in the industry where we can create a progressive process for trainers to gain more knowledge, gain more confidence, and gain more ability over time, so they have success, they feel comfortable, and they are getting the education that they need, then we're on to something. And if I can create a program of any level, and I come into my training session and my client comes in and they've had just a horrible day, they have a headache, they're just not feeling good, and I've got this just high intensity, just ballistic workout, that may not match what their personality is telling me, what they're doing, so I have to be able to cater back and gauge back that particular workout and say, okay, well, I might need to slow some things down. They may need to talk to me for 5 or 10 minutes just to calm down, to get in a place to where I can get them into the gym, get them into the environment, and get them ready for their particular workout. I may change the velocity of exercises, I may change the repetition schemes, I may change the load, I may change the complexity. If they're really stressed out, a highly proprioceptively enriched or proprioceptive demanding, meaning an unstable workout, just may not be the right thing for them. So if a trainer can understand the basic principles, and then from those they can use those as their progressive schemes, their progression schemes, then the trainer has some really valuable tools. So the whole process of being afraid of certain things and some people feeling kind of comfortable in it and some people feeling really comfortable, I think it really goes back to the industry. The industry has to clearly define what it is that a trainer should be able to do at certain stages and not force things that everything you have to do as a beginning trainer is all of this.